Our portfolios feature is a very important feature for you to keep track of your investments. You can create multiple portfolios here that keep track of all the investments you have from different places, such as brokers and investment platforms. Scroll down on the Home tab, you will see a dedicated section for portfolios, and you will see immediately an example portfolio that we have pre-created for you, so that you can very quickly see what are some of the features we have inside portfolios. Click into that, you will see some of the onboarding screens we have prepared for you, and this gives you a very quick snapshot of some of the key features we have in this section. Once you finish the onboarding, you can click into the example portfolio. We'll talk about the specific features inside the detail page in a later clip. And right here, let's focus on creating a new portfolio. As always, when you see the information icon "I" here, you can always click into them, and there we have all the information reserved for you. Now, let's move on to creating a new portfolio. Click into the new portfolio here on the upper right, and first you need to select a portfolio name, and this name can be your broker account, it can be your investment style, it can be anything that you like to choose. And here, since I have a portfolio that invests in the US companies and it's mainly in a growth area, I call it Truman Growth USA. Moving on to step 2, you have two options here. The first option is to create a portfolio by its value, and the second option is to create a portfolio by its percentage. So what does each mean? A value portfolio basically lets you to put into the values of the underlying investments, such as £5, $3, €10. And the percentage portfolio allows you to create a virtual portfolio, a paper portfolio, or if your brokers allow auto rebalancing features. In which case, you think about your portfolio in percentage terms, in terms of allocations, rather than its values may change from day to day. And some of the existing brokers that support this rebalancing feature include M1 Finance in the US and Trading 212 in the UK. And since two types of portfolios are equally popular, we provide you the ability to be able to create a portfolio in both kinds. So let me start creating a portfolio by value first. I choose the value portfolio and I choose the currency, which in this case, US dollars. And now I'm on to the add security part. I can choose to add a security directly from my watch list, or I can search the stock or the fund I'm looking for. And here I selected Apple from my watch list. And now I'm on to the next screen that asks me to put in the value number. And here we ask you to put in the value of the current value of Apple's share you hold, instead of your purchase value. Next, I want to add Tesla, which is not in my watch list yet. I can search it quite easily, find Tesla, and add it to the portfolio. And finally, I want to add a fund into the portfolio as well. And in this case, I selected Scottish Mortgage Investment Trust. And since I have finished adding all the securities in this portfolio, it's time for me to show the portfolio. And here we go. You have finished creating this portfolio. Once you go back to the portfolio tab, you will see the new portfolio you just created start to appear. Now let's move on to create a percentage portfolio. And here I name it Truman Free Trade Long-Term Income Portfolio. I choose the percentage type, selected Invesco S&P 500 ETF, and I can use the slider to move the weighting back and forth. And here I selected 16%. And next onto Apple, and finally Microsoft. And here we go. This Truman Free Trade Long-Term Income Portfolio has just been created. As you can see here, the two types of portfolio, they serve different purposes. So have a play around both types of portfolios and see which one you like to use the most. And in the following clips, we'll talk about some of the specific features inside portfolio.